You guys ready or what? Let's go. Let's get moving. Come on. Here we go. Hard up. I'm going to take you through it because you guys are all a little goofy right now. High seats, too. Go. Double head outside. Left hand, right. Circle. Hard turn and slow. Arm drag. Underhook. Underhook. Go. Why don't you get the knee there? Take it away. Hard over, Dylan. Stop bothering your time.
Oh my gosh. I swear, somebody's testing me. My media player went out. It works over here.
I was going to ask,
My
how
graphics
you set it up so you just put it over there.
and then
Joe, is that door open up there?
it is. And the roster, the Vermilion one,
I got it, man.
Oh, okay. Well, I printed it real big for you too.
Okay.
So, my computer had trouble with it. Put the white screen, something where. Oh, I know. First it would connect. The audio would detect it. And then the audio was almost seemed like it was bandwidth. Clear it up. It was kind of funny. After the game, one of the coaches was shaking and watching the game on the phone. It should be really good questions. Yeah, appreciate it. TBT, thank you very much.
It's been a long time since I posted it. Probably a year. No, I'd say it's
Yeah, so you have to do your first.
I'm going to play with my album. I said you drag and drop.
I should say that you like it better.
Has anybody 5 hours and something?
It's not sure. If you make 20%, I think that should be it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, we need to talk to you. That's why kids are getting away with doing nothing about that chin up.
That's true.
That's a great name.
Sir, how are we doing? Good. Ready to take a meet? He's so cool. That's not over there. It's over here. That's right. If you need it, it's here. Oops. It's here. Oh, jeez.
Settings and do that. I can't use that. There's a way into the Zoom. Maybe somehow they can. Some of those things are also confusing.
Check 1, 2. Check. Alright. 1, 2. Go ahead, you again. Oh, you can just actually, you can adjust both of them. Eventually, if I don't retire and I get what I want to do, one will be a director's cockpit. Yep. I can. So, is there any sign when they're gonna wait till the countdown? Or? Oh, we'll probably do the. Oh, let me see it walk it out, which is come to the. Now look at your monitor. If you have to take a break, if you have to take a break, I have 2 produced spots, and I actually drop in live. Okay. And when it comes, if you do take a break, and you want to know when you come back, just watch your monitor. And come back. Yeah, there'll be a spot. It was mostly either Army, Air Force, Navy, Marine. Oh yeah, you could see everything. You could see everything. Oh yeah, no, this is all live. Yeah, so it's on. So if you do take a break, you could come back where we're back at the rest of it. So this means oh, I forgot to do
put them away. Sitting on the bench. Chris, put away. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, you do whatever.
Lorraine's supposed to be recording. Yeah, you gotta bring up the computer on the one monitor. Actually, just go to YouTube, bring up the computer monitor, and then you gotta switch the latency switcher. You switch it to 2. You want to do it? Okay.
A couple minutes.
That's right. They're gonna do the coin flip and the national anthem and stuff. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Hey Terry, if Bob had a DVD burning, so just minimize all that.
Is that the one by the soundboard?
Yes.
Okay.
But
He had a DVD in there?
yeah. So just minimize that. Yes. 2 minutes. What? Well, if you're going, we're gonna miss the Spectrum viewers. Go ahead, Beth. Go ahead.
And here we are, Lorain High School wrestling match tonight.
Principal and Athletic Director of Lorraine City.
Yeah, Lorain versus Vermilion.
Lorain Titans versus the Vermilion Sailors.
And we're going to start off tonight's match with the national anthem coming up here in a second. I know, Tom, you had a chance to talk with the coaches and everything.
I certainly did. I got a lot of information from both the Vermilion coach and the Lorain coaches because they both had a little different seasons where Vermilion wrestled in a lot of matches so far,
right,
where Lorain has had their season cut short at the beginning and maybe now a little bit at the end. So, yeah. We're listening to the announcer reading the rules about the official.
Yeah, they could probably hear it a little bit in the background. So,
yeah.
We're going to have the national anthem, and then we're going to have the coin toss, but we'll cut our mics here for a second, and we'll listen to the national anthem.
We ask that gentlemen remove your hats and stand for the playing of our national anthem.
All right. Very nice rendition of the national anthem.
And again, we're ready to wrestle. You see the official out in the match. We're waiting for this coin toss. Captains greeting each other. And basically this toss is to see who's going to take even and odds and all those kind of things. So there's a lot of technical reasons why they flip this disc. For Vermilion won, they get their choice on the odd matches. And sometimes that matters, and sometimes it doesn't. You know what I mean? A lot of times coaches already have a preset what they want to do. But, you know, we're going to be at a fix a little bit this year, this match, because both coaches have said their teams are shorthanded. Both of them have had a lot of dual matches. Vermilion has won a lot of them. Lorraine has won a few. But each case, they were short of wrestlers. So it didn't come down to who the best wrestlers were sometimes, but which team had the most wrestlers. So
106 from Vermilion forfeit, Lorraine Vinny Bonaminio.
This is the first match. Vinny Bonaminio. He's a 7-3 this year, so he's a winning wrestler. But, you know, sometimes some teams don't have it. So here we go.
13, Louis Strama from Vermilion. Xander Natal from Lorraine.
Lorraine. Xander Natal is green. It's going to be a hard match to look at because you're both in white. Lorraine with her blue trim and Vermilion with her purple trim. For Vermilion, it's Louis Stram. And it looks like Lorraine's behind, but that doesn't mean anything here with that headlock. Yeah, 2 for Vermilion. He popped that head out. Lewis' record is 24-16, a placer in a lot of the tournaments that they wrestled. Whereas Xander has a winning record at 8-6, but it looks like he's the one on the bottom in trouble this match. Lewis got the leg in, and he's putting a little bit of a heat. Yeah.
I just want to point out something to our wrestling viewers that another feature this year we have on TV20 is we have the scoreboard and the time clock in the lower right-hand corner, so our fans will be able to see what's going on.
It's always nice to be able to see your time, especially in wrestling when you only have a 2-minute period, and time is of the essence as it's counting down. Lewis got himself 3 back points that time, and he's working on another one maybe. So that makes the score 5-0. You got to break him down, which he did. Got him flat on the mat. He's nice and perpendicular. A little bit short time. We're looking at 10 seconds coming up. Can he get a little tip in right here? Yeah. Yeah. And Xander popped that head out of there, so I think we're going to wait off for the clock. So here's Lorraine's choice, because they have choice on their even matches.
Of course, they could always defer, right?
And that's what he did. He deferred, so Vermilion will take up. Now, he got the first takedown, so it makes sense taking up. Now, I mentioned these two teams came in with a little different record. Vermilion has wrestled quite a few dual meets. And what they did is they entered a lot of theirs where there were 6 teams and they each wrestled 5 matches. Oh. So a lot of their kids have, their best wrestlers have up to 25 and 30 matches, wins in already. 2 more for the takedown. Where Lorraine has missed a lot, and Lorraine has wrestled in no tournaments this year. They've only wrestled in dual or tri meets.
Yeah, you could go to a tournament, and in the course of 2 days, you could pick up 4, 5, 6 matches.
Yes. Yeah, and this days with the COVID and what's happening, very, very few tournaments are being wrestled this year. Most of the teams are going for dual meet tournaments. So rather than having 16 or 17 teams, there's usually 6 teams there, and your wrestler still gets 5 matches. There comes back points pretty soon. As soon as he steps over that head and puts the heat on that arm, he's in a precarious situation. Got a nice count going. They got 3 points, holding 3 right now. So now what he has to do is he has to adjust. He has to adjust to get him more in a pinning combination here. He came out of that. He'll get us 3 points as soon as Lorraine can pop that arm. So that takes the score to 10-0. We're looking for bonus points here.
Right, that takes him now to a major decision.
Yes.
Scoring is a decision. Under 7 points is 3 points. Major decision of 8 to 14 is 4 points. Tech fall is 15 or more. That's 5 points. And a pin, of course, is 6 points.
Yes. And no back points. Clock ran out. I think he would have been able to score a few, but the clock ran out. Now we're going to the 3rd period with a score 10-0 Vermilion. Lorraine gets his choice and he takes up. Smart choice. He hasn't been up yet to see what he can do from the top. You got to pop that arm, take him back down to the mat. You can't let a man stand up on you. You got to keep him on the mat. That's a... Uh-oh.
Potentially dangerous situation.
Only, nothing illegal, potentially dangerous. The major concern of an official is to keep everyone safe on the mat. And a lot of times they'll err on safety.
That comes from an expert, Tom Bauer, a Wrestling Hall of Fame member and a longtime official, coach, and
37 years officiating, actually. So,
wow.
Yeah. And there's the reversal, and maybe back points coming off that reversal. And there's the pin at 1 minute and 24 seconds left. So the pin in 4 minutes and 36 seconds.
Well, that makes the score. We had a first weight class was a forfeit.
Forfeit.
So that was 6 for Lorraine, and a forfeit's the same as a pin. So right now we're
6-6.
tied up at 6.
6-6.
$120 from Vermilion, Kristen Shaw.
And here comes another forfeit for Vermilion. Lorraine does not have a 120. See, I think a few of their wrestlers had wrestled 120 in the past, but they've all worked their way down to get to their weight of where they're going to wrestle sectionals.
Yeah, I was looking over the rosters, and there's a couple at the same weight class, and some missing from a weight class.
Santino Humphrey, Lorraine.
This is the match that everyone came to see. Santino Humphrey from Lorraine versus Joey Cerfozo from Vermilion. Cerfozo is 25-15, a senior. Santino is 14-4, a sophomore.
So far, it's living up to expectations.
Yes. You're talking about two very good wrestlers out there. I'm not 100% sure where Cerfozo finished last year in terms of sectional district wise, but he's doing a fine job this year. Whereas Santino last year was 4th at the sectional and moved on to the districts and wrestled at districts and would have got on the podium at a 6th place. Now with a leg up in the mat, you see he has the advantage, but he got that whizzer in. You can see that arm over there, but he got the whizzer out.
2 points.
2 points for Humphreys. Yeah.
Now he's got to turn him over.
Well, you're talking about a senior wrestler in Cerfozo. You see how he's over there towards the edge. Nothing's going to happen over there because
he could get points, but he cannot get pinned.
Right. Well, yeah,
unless they change.
You're listening on. Yeah, you're talking about last year's rules.
Oh, okay. Oh, so they can.
Yeah. And he did with that little tilt. I don't know if he got him. He got him 3 points.
He got him 3
wow.
points, so he's 5-0.
Yeah.
He's got another count.
I think they have adopted this rule from the college where as long as some part is in bounds,
right,
everything's in bounds. If you know what I mean. Yeah.
You can have 1 foot in bounds.
Yeah, and now he lifted that foot off the mat, so he's out of 3 more. That takes a score to 8-0. I'm looking for Cerfozo to come back and keep anything like that from happening again. Now he got caught with that move, and he's coming around with a switch. Yeah, see that little tilt he has. He has a little tilt. Of course, he's on his own back. That's a dangerous place to be in wrestling. And he gave him 3 more. That makes 11-0 at the end of the first period.
You could actually pin yourself.
Yes.
And I'm sure over your years you've probably seen that.
I've had a few. You don't see it very often because most coaches realize when you start looking at their wrestler on his back, they start yelling at him. Okay, now Cerfozo's turn on top. See what he can do. See if he can get a turn. Yes, Cerfozo here, Joey, he has some Lorain contacts. His father graduated from Lorain High back in the day. He was a football player for us at Lorain High and went on to Oberlin College.
Oh, the name does say, yeah, okay.
Yeah, and I don't know if you ever recognize that name, Cerfozo.
I have.
Yeah.
Okay, it's probably where.
See, he got that ride. Oh, nice move on Santano's part for the reversal. That takes it up at 13-0. He's looking for bonus points for sure here, and he gets 1 more turn. See, he got that little tilt in there, just that little tilt. He's never going to pin anybody with that tilt. He's not looking for the pin. As soon as he gets his 3 points, he's going to roll him back over and take his tech fall.
Yep. 16-0, that is a tech fall.
Yeah, with these matches, you have a lot to talk about, all these matches that Vermilion's wrestled and everything like that. But, you know, a 6-minute match in wrestling sometimes ends
in a minute.
In a minute. Yeah.
And keep score there, because I see for some reason they're not keeping score on the scoreboard as far as team points. So go ahead. That was a 5-point win for
Lorraine.
For Lorraine.
So that takes it to 12-12. So they announced the wrestlers. Aiden Miller is wrestling for.
No, it was a 5-point win for Lorraine, not a 6.
Well, 5. So it'd be, yeah. I'm sorry, 12-11. That's 2 points. And trying to pull him back on the mat. You're not going to get too many points outside here. So Lorraine's up 2-0. And the wrestler for Lorraine is Jordan Cancel at 11-5, a junior.
Yeah, these.
And Aiden Miller for Vermilion at 25-11.
Wow, nice record.
Nice record. Like I said, they've wrestled a lot of matches over in Vermilion. They've done very well in every one of their things. A lot of their matches, if they didn't win by a few, they only lost by a few. And the coach said, you know, if they had a full lineup, and that's at stalling. Now, you got to get in the mind of that official. Here's what he's saying. You had that arm. You had him on the mat. You got to do something with it. You just can't ride him.
Yeah, first one is a warning. Second one's a point.
Yeah, second one.
Third's 2, and then it's a forfeit, right?
Forfeit.
Forfeit, which is 6 points. For
you only get 4 penalties.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now you got that arm. He's going to thread that arm through his legs and see if he can underhook it and pull him over. Aiden got that arm out of there. Now, see, Vermilion is slowly but surely working his way out of there. He got that leg. He'll come around for the reversal in a second. Jordan still has the leg, so the official is not giving it to him yet.
Short time, too.
6 seconds, 6 seconds. Now, the reason the official is pointing, there's the reversal.
Oh.
There's a reversal with 2 seconds left.
Oh.
That takes the score to 2-2.
I hate those short time points when they go against you.
Fans out there, they noticed the official was pointing green, which meant he still had control to that very last 2 seconds. And 2 for the takedown for Vermilion this time. I think the momentum might be changing a little bit. 4-2 Vermilion. Now, Jordan has that leg. It's not doing him any good, but it's keeping him from getting turned. And here's what we call a suck back. When you sit out, you got to sit out tight. You can't extend too far because you can get pushed back. Here he comes. Here he comes. There's back points coming. Here's back points coming. Yeah. Miller has him on his back. You got to count. I think you got a 3 count. So the official's holding 3, waiting for him to either get out of there or come up with a pin. Yeah, he changed his grip, but he didn't change the situation. That's why the official still hasn't given him points. The way we say it is he's still in the same predicament that he was in before.
And he can't get any more back points.
No, not until
he gets out.
Cancel can get out of that predicament and get put into another predicament where there'll be second set of back points. But the official's looking real tight for that pin.
Yeah, Lorraine's doing everything he can. No.
Yeah, and there's the pin with 23 seconds left. That would have been 2, 3, 3:37. So I think that takes the score now for 2 pins and a forfeit for 18 for Vermilion.
138.
A forfeit and a tech
11.
for 11. Frankie Rosario. Versus Owen Kaiser. Owen is 24 and 18. I mentioned that the Vermilion wrestlers have wrestled a lot of matches. No takedowns yet. No takedowns yet. Now you wonder who actually is an advantage here, but it's tight.
You.
One has a headlock, one has behind, you know, so it's tight. Frankie is a sophomore, and he hasn't wrestled a whole lot of matches. I have him at a winning record, 3-1, but he hasn't wrestled a lot.
Wow.
There comes that headlock to the back, to his back, and getting back points. 2 for the takedown, getting back points.
It's 5 now.
Yeah. Yeah, put him up 3. That takes it to 5. You know, we mentioned the different seasons. Actually, Vermilion wrestled their conference tournament Tuesday night.
Wow.
Usually conference tournaments are saved for Saturday, maybe sometimes a Saturday or even before sectionals. But this year, the Lorain County and the Sandusky Bay did Tuesday nights.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
SBC is a big wrestling conference as well.
It is. And Vermilion got placed in what they call the Lake Division of that Sandusky Bay. That 2 more back points takes it to 7. The only problem, and Vermilion suffered from it, that's where all the best teams in the Sandusky Bay is.
Oh.
There was Bellevue, Tiffin Columbian, Sandusky High, Clyde. You know, those are big
ouch.
names in wrestling from that area.
Sure.
Vermilion's choice, I think he's going to take up. See, a lot of wrestlers in this situation will take neutrals to try to get a takedown and then go for back points. But I think he's going to go straight to see if he can turn him.
Yeah, he might think he could just get the pin right now.
Yeah. See, Lorraine's coming off of a match last night. I think they wrestled North Ridgeville and I think Medina. And they were 1-1. They lost a real tight match to Ridgeville and beat Medina. Yeah, he's working that arm and head over there pretty nice. Got a nice ride going. He'll try to break him flatter. It's hard to get a turn when a man's still up on his knees.
Trying to stand
Trying to stand. Now Frankie's reaching behind, grabbing an ankle. Kaiser's only a sophomore. I'm looking at the lineup. Vermilion seems to have a very young lineup. The only seniors so far we've seen wrestle is Cerfozo. Everyone else has been sophomores. So they got a bright future coming up with all these winning records.
Yeah, he's done a good job of holding them off.
Yeah, no back points at all. This
Nothing.
See, that's why some people, I mentioned at the beginning of this, you know, I was surprised that he took up rather than neutral. Yeah, they're stalling on green. Now that's the bottom man, because the bottom man got to work too. It's hard to turn a guy when he's not working that hard. That's short time, and he got 2 counts. Yeah.
That's the second time tonight we've had points with under 5 seconds.
With 2 seconds this time.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's all he needed, 2 seconds. Yeah. So he's in a bonus situation. So Lorraine's job now is to get some back points so they can get Vermilion out of the bonus situation. Well, he has an escape. He has his escape. That's what we call coming out the back door. Can you see how he kind of worked his way through and come right out behind? And now there's a takedown. As soon as he put him in a predicament out of bounds.
Yeah. Working. He's made your decision working on a tech forward pin.
Gave him 3.
2.
That takes it to just 2?
2.
Just 2. That takes it to 14. So another set of back points. We'll take it to the tech. So he let him up. He gave him the 1 point, gave him an escape.
Probably
put him up.
Easier to put him on his back for 2 and get the tech fall.
Well, what he's going to do is, a takedown actually will take it to 16-1.
Oh, right. Yeah, 1 point for the escape, yes.
Now, Lorraine's job is to try to keep from getting taken down and giving up that extra bonus point. In a dual meet, bonus points are important. That takes it to 15-1. You see what the stalling call was. He backed up and backed up twice. You remember earlier in the second period he got called for stalling. That was the warning. This was the point. Well, he's going to come on behind him. Nice little move. Nice little move. And there's the 2.
There's the 2.
For a tech fall. I got 23-11 still.
All right.
And at 145. .145 calls for Nate Townsend.
Michael Brass. 145 from Lorraine, Nate Townsend.
Michael Brass, he's a 10th grader that was put in. This is normally a chance to get one of their younger wrestlers to wrestle. And there's a nice little quickness move. Yeah, this might be a very competitive wrestling match. Michael Brass. And got the takedown. I don't have a record on Michael Brass. He was an insert into this lineup. But Townsend is 7-7, so he's won as many as he's lost. So he has some skills. And there's another takedown. Takes it to 4-1. Now the question is, with his takedown ability, is he going to kick him out, or is he going to try to ride him for back points?
He's trying to pull him back into the center here.
That's usually a case where he's going to try to turn him. They got that deep half, and there's the out of bounds. Yeah, if you talk to officials anymore, they talk about cylinders, meaning the gray area out there, and you go straight up. That's in the cylinder and the out of bounds, and it's hard. It used to be if you touch the blue, you're out of bounds.
Right. Well,
yeah.
You know as well as I do, if they made this ring 100 feet wide, they'd find it.
No, they'd get to the edge. They'd get to the edge somehow. Yeah. Yeah, Lorraine had her old-time wrestler a long time ago, Gary Huff. Heavyweight, very good one.
Sure.
We used to say he had to wrestle in a cornfield because every throw he threw, it was always out on the blue. Yeah. So still 4-1, 17 seconds. Here comes the back points, and he's got it in deep. He has that in deep. Yeah, that bridging. Here's short time, and I think he's saved by the buzzer on that one. But he got 3 more back points. Let's take it to 7-1. And he has the choice. He'll take neutral. He got to hold that leg, but he couldn't. He just couldn't hold that leg as Mike walked it around for a takedown, make it 9-1. Here comes the half. You see, Brass is trying to get his arm up there as soon as he cranks that head over. And Nate is trying to ball up a little bit to keep him from doing that. That's that's the competition at this point. But he went over, and that's going to be the pin. 115.
Another 6 points for Vermilion.
That takes it to 29-11.
Oh, they had a team deduction. Unsportsmanlike on
Lorraine?
On Green.
I didn't see any incident, so.
Who is Green?
Green's Lorraine.
Lorraine. Oh, he took his
headgear and threw it?
No, he took his singlet down.
Oh, that's a rule.
On the mat.
That's Lorraine. That was a 152. Ryan Kozar got himself a forfeit. $35-10.
From Vermilion, Chris Wood. 160 from the Lorraine, Untitled Chapter.
Okay, Chris Woods for Vermilion against Deontay Toro. Toro is a senior with a 6-6 record. I don't have a record.
Right at him.
I don't have a record on Chris Woods. But another one of these points from out of bounds. Another one of these points out of bounds. And there's the fall.
Yeah. Wow.
27 seconds.
Barely broke a sweat.
Yeah. That's for that 6-minute match we were waiting for.
Right.
I think that takes the score now to 35-16. And there are not very many wrestlers left for Lorraine.
170 from Vermilion, A.J. Jackson.
Oh, no. Don't tell me we got the forfeit train coming.
Yeah, I'm sure. You know what the discussion is out in the mat you're filming at?
Yeah.
182 from Vermilion.
Chris Bennett is Vermilion's best wrestler by far. He just challenged Sean Petty, the official. Since there's no wrestler, why don't we go at it a little bit?
Oh, they were talking that.
That happens a lot, yeah.
That's great. I'd like to see that match.
So would everyone here except for Petty.
Right.
Now, This is the last match of the night because this is Drake Shaw for Vermilion versus Santana Sanchez for Lorain. Shaw is actually their 220 with a 30-13 record, so he's a fine 220, but he has wrestled heavyweight. So he has bumped back and forth between 220 and heavyweight, as his coach said, wherever he can get him a match.
Good for him.
You know what I mean? Good for him. Very good for him.
Yeah, and then when you wrestle up, I mean, that's a good workout.
Yes,
know?
it is. Yeah, because Santana is no slouch. Santana is a fine wrestler. But what a headlock. You see that little turn for the headlock? Gave him the 2, and now he's getting back points on Santana.
Oh,
and Santana's going to try to bridge out of that. But he got some weight on him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's the danger at the more heavier weights.
Yeah.
If you get on your back and
it's hard to get off. But
look at that.
Santana rolled right out of it. It was fine for out of bounds. So that's 3 for the back points.
And then 2
for the reversal. No, I'm sorry. He didn't give him a reversal.
Oh, no. So it's 5-0.
It's 5-0. Well, I think if had that happened in the middle of the gray, there would have been a reversal, obviously. But he rolled out of bounds. So now the trick is to get an escape before you get rolled again.
Right.
35 seconds. There's that half coming. Yeah. Yeah, Santana was 6th at districts last year, and most of his wins this year have been coming off of pins. Yeah, heavyweight. That's typical for heavyweight. Sitting at 14-3.
All right. Well, short time here. Let's just kind of get through the first period and regroup.
Yeah, it was a shame we didn't get to see Chris Bennett wrestle. He was Vermilion's finest wrestler by far. He gave up football to concentrate on wrestling, actually. He said his favorite season is summertime, where he gets to wrestle in the freestyle and the Greco. So he's made wrestling his #1 sport. All right, Santana has his chance on top now. See what he can do. Now, Bennett, being only a 220, usually is quicker than the heavyweights. I mean, that's one of the advantages of a 220 versus a heavyweight match. And there was a headlock to a almost reversal. There's the reversal, and here comes the back point sooner or later.
To the way this is going, would you consider this an upset?
Anytime a 220 is wrestling a heavyweight, you got to give the advantage to the heavyweight, but there's the pin.
Wow.
And that takes the final score to way up there. 1, 2, 3, 18 more. Takes it to 53 to 16.
Wow.
You know, we know what's coming up next. Vermilion has no more matches until sectional time. So sectional is going to be at Norwalk. February the 27th. Coach said he wanted to take that last 14 days without a match in case there's a quarantine because of a problem. Then his kids will still get a chance to wrestle into the sections. Great idea. Whereas Lorraine, this Saturday, they're going to wrestle in the LEL tournament. It's going to be their first tournament, which is being held at Maple Heights.
Right.
And then next Saturday, they have a match against Amherst.
Right
and that'll
here.
be their last match before they go into sectionals.
And that'll be our senior night as well.
Senior night, so stay tuned. Anybody out there watching TV
wrestling
20
fans,
right now?
If you're a wrestling fan, come back next Saturday. We'll have the Amherst Lorraine match with senior night. Senior night is going to be right before the match, so
okay.
So hopefully get a couple more wrestlers to
good.
match up, and
We good. Yes.
yeah, and
I don't
we'll see some
know
more
how
matches.
I don't know how Amherst has wrestled their season, but it should be a fine one. You know, their kids all know each other. We're only a mile away. So we have to say good night to this match. Look forward to seeing you next Saturday.
We'll have some other live streams. We'll have some basketball. I ran over here from Southview. We had some middle school basketball that I covered, and so yeah, just subscribe to our. If you're watching this, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and you'll get notifications when the next event is coming up.
Sounds good to me.
All right, till next time.
And this is Tom Bauer here, and our producer and cameraman Joe Bach saying good night and be safe.